Music is not coming.
You can go ahead, Prasad.
Okay. Namaste and welcome to another session of Indica Moksha's Oneness Festival 2023. We are really glad that you joined. It is our tradition that for past 4 years, we have been celebrating the Adi Shankara Jayanti with a month-long festival of conversations and talks and keeping the Adi Shankaracharya in our mind for the entire month. In that tradition, today I have a great pleasure to invite Swami Ishwarananda ji. And Swamiji, welcome. I'll give a small introduction about you and then you can take over. Swami Ishwarananda ji is the resident senior monk at the Chinmaya Mission, Los Angeles. He is an accomplished master of Vedanta philosophy, and he explains the universality of spiritual teachings in a very simple manner for audiences to grasp and for seekers to implement those teachings in day-to-day living. He is presently the director of Chinmaya Mission West, and with that oversees the activities of all of North America. Previously, Swamiji was also part of Chinmaya Mission Bangalore, where he served as a secretary. He has published many books on the topic of Vedanta and practical spirituality and has written commentaries on Mukundamala, Guru Stotram, Kasi Viswanatha Stotram, and gives a lot of talks on Vedanta topics, both through in-person and online classes. Swamiji, it's my pleasure to welcome you and looking forward to hearing you, Swamiji.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru-Paramparam. Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputra Parasharam cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Matasya Sishyam Shri Shankaracharya Matasya Padma Padam cha Hastamamarakam cha Shishyam Tam Totakam Vartikakara Manyan Asmadgurun Santatamanatosmi Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavadpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. It is a great pleasure and honor to be part of this celebration, the global initiative highlighting the teachings of Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya, the proponent of Advaita Vedanta. Various topics have been already discussed, both the traditional interpretation and the philosophy of Adi Shankaracharya, as well as the practical application of Advaitic knowledge in today's world. Many people think Vedanta is very difficult to understand. In fact, I would say it is the world most difficult to understand. It is our mind which is most unpredictable. Not only our mind, everybody's mind. Philosophy is very simple if we have a simple mind. Because our mind is so complex, everything looks very difficult for us. The topic that is given to me to discuss with you all today is one and the many according to Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta. One and the many are two different levels of reality. From the Advaita standpoint, let us first define what is Brahman, which is one, and the many, the Jagat. In Drigdrishya Viveka, which many scholars attribute to Adi Shankaracharya, he says, Asti bhati priyam rupam namacha iti amsha panchakam. Aditrayam brahma rupam jagat rupam tatodvayam. There are 5 aspects in everything that we experience. One is asti, existence. Bhati, appearance or awareness. Priyam, bliss. Rupam, form. Nama, Rupam, form. Nama, name. Aditrayam, Brahma Rupam. That is existence, awareness and bliss. They are Brahma Rupam. Brahmanaha Rupam. The nature of Brahman. Swarupa of Brahman. Jagat Rupam Tataha Dvayam. The rest of it, the rest 2 of them, Rupa and Nama. This is Jagat. As we saw in this topic today, one is Brahman, many is Jagat. This we have to keep in mind. So when we understand this statement of Bhagavan Shankaracharya, what is this that we experience in everyday life? Both Brahman and Jagat. How? Because everything that we experience has a form, and accordingly there is a name. And that thing which I experience exists, and it appears in front of me. I know it, and it also is an object of my joy. If it is not my object of my joy, it is somebody else's joy. Otherwise, it won't exist. What I don't like, somebody likes it. What somebody dislikes, I like it. So, Priyam. Now, having understood this, that everything has got these 5 aspects to it. What is Brahman? Let us understand first, and then we'll go to Jagat. As I began, I said, one, the Brahman, and Jagat, they are 2 different levels of reality. Advaita says, one is Paramarthika Satta, another is Vyavaharika Satta. One is absolute reality, another is transactional reality. This transactional reality is what is considered as experienceable, measurable, understandable one. And it appears as though the absolute reality is something which is merely a theory, an idea, a possibility, a concept. Adi Shankaracharya's contribution to this world of philosophy is what you think as abstract, unavailable, is very much where you are. It is not, it is unavailable to us. We are not available to it. We are so busy with the world, we are not available to that which is always there. What is Paramarthika Satta? What is absolute reality? According to Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Paramarthikam Kutastha Nityam Vyomavat Sarvavyapi Sarva Vikriyarahitam Nityatriptam Niravayavam Swayam Jyoti Swabhavam. Paramarthikam is Kutastha Nityam. It is always eternally present. Vyomavat Sarvavyapi. Like say space, it is all pervading. Sarva Vikriya Rahitam, undergoing no change. Nitya Triptam, ever content. Nir Avayavam, with having no parts. Swayam Jyoti Swabhavam, of the nature of self-resplendency or self-illumination. This is na vyavahartum yogyam. It is not available for our transactional purposes. Kimartam, kim karanat agochara rupatvat, because are not available through the senses and the mind, though existing, not available in the transactional sense. What is Vyavaharika Satta, which is called Jagat, is Vyavahartum Yogyam, that which is available for our transaction. And the Jagat that we come to experience in everyday life is variety. Not one, but many, many names, many forms, many qualities, many dimensions, many colors, many tastes, many forms. That is what is exciting to us. But we have to recognize that it is constantly under change and subject to disappearance and appearance. never it remains in the same condition ever. Now, when we take up the topic of one and the many, so we have to find a relationship between these two. So what is the relationship between the one and the many? Brahman and Jagat. Are they related at all, first of all? See, if they are unrelated, the question is, this relative world that we come to experience, where does it come from? What is the cause of the world? This is how the science proceeds on finding out the cause of the world. Whereas the philosophy or most religion would say, it is definitely relationship is there. God created this world. They term it as God, Ishwara. God created the world. If that is the case, the Brahman, as we have seen, is Sarva Vikriya Rahitam, Niravayavam, Nityatriptam, Kutastha Nityam, Sarvavyapi Brahma. How can that Brahman be the cause of this world? So this is what we have to understand in today's discussion. Is there a relationship between Man and Jagat or not? See, usually when we take up in this kind of discussion, technically they bring in 2 points. For anything that we come to experience in this world, there must be a cause, material cause. It's known as Upadana Karanam. And for the material to appear in the form which we come to experience, there must be an efficient cause called Nimitta Karanam. Just like a pot has mud as the Upadana Karanam, material cause, and the pot maker is the efficient cause, using his knowledge created the pot. That is the Nimitta Karanam. So this world must have a material cause and must be having an efficient cause also. Most Semitic religious concepts, most Semitic religions talk about God as Nimitta Karana. He created the world, they say. God created the world. Now, Advaita says, let us take it one by one, step by step. Is he the God or Brahman who has assumed the role of a creator? Because if you say creation, there must be a creator. So if Brahman is the creator of the world, let us say, then he is a Nimitta Karana, efficient cause. But if that is the case, what is his Upadanam? What is the material cause of this world? There are many different philosophical standpoints on this. But Bhagavan Shankaracharya, in his very famous composition, Dakshinamurti Stotram, he takes up this as a topic and discusses. In the second verse of Dakshinamurti Stotram, I came to know that you have had a session on Dakshinamurti Stotram yesterday. So perhaps this is covered, I'm not sure. Anyway, so in that second stanza, second verse, the first line is Bijasyantarivankuro jagadidam prag nirvikalpam. This word is nirvikalpam, unmanifested, undifferentiated. Prag, meaning utpattehe prag, before the creation began. Jagat idam, this world. Bijasya ankuraha iva. like that of the sprout inside the seed. So before the creation, the Jagat remained undifferentiated like the sprout inside the seed. This is how he begins. And so, if you hastily look at the verse, we would say, oh, what that means is the bijam for this world is Brahman. And the world is like a sprout that came out of it. Simple. So to the world is like that of the sprout was inherently present in Brahman and it manifested. Like the sprout came out of the seed. Therefore, God is the creator of this world. This is what most religions conclude. Let us understand this carefully. If this is the truth, the world came out of Brahman, like the sprout came out of the seed. The seed has become the sprout. It is no more a seed. The seed has become the sprout. If that is the case, Brahman has become the Jagat, the world. Then Brahman is no more. Is it so? So if you say, just like the seed has become the sprout and sprout has started to give further creation, like the branches, the twigs, the leaves, the flowers, and the fruit. So it is no more available as the seed where it originated from. The seed has undergone the parinama, the change to become the sprout, and sprout again changed to become the branches or the trunk of a tree, and then branches and the leaves and the flowers and the fruits. Where is the seed? So wait. So they say no. Therefore, we say he's not the upadana karana. Then he's only a nimitta karana, meaning he's only an efficient cause. Okay, let us take that into consideration. So he's only a nimitta karan. And upadana karana, let's take it later. If you consider him as a nimitta karanam, the role of an efficient cause, he is given the name Ishwaraha. Why Ishwaraha? Who has the power to create this Jagat. Like the potter can create the pot out of his understanding knowledge. So, Ishwaraha has not become the Jagat. He's only made it possible. So, as a nimitta karan, as an efficient cause. Now, then what is upadana karana then? What is the upadana karana of this world? What is the material cause of this world? Where does that come from? Other than Brahman, there is something else existing which he used. When he assumed the role of Ishwara, he used some material already available to him and he made that world possible. If that is the case, what is the origin of the upadana karana? What is the upadana for the creation? If it is not he. Because in Manasullasa, Sureshwaracharya says, Karanantargatam karyam idi sarvaischa sammadam. Karana antargatam karyam. Karyam is, effect is, karane antargatam. It is already existing inside the cause. So, if that is the case, like, let's take the example of the, again, pot and the clay. Before the creation of the pot, it was the clay. So, as such, pot has been there inside the clay, hidden, and the efficient cause only make it manifest. He gave a shape to it. It's not added anything. He only made the mud look like a pot. So, karane antargatam karyam. So, in the upadana karane karyam antargatam. So, what is the upadana karana then? Let us see, in the case of the seed becoming a sprout, the seed is no more available as it became a sprout or the flower or the leaves, etc. But in this context, we have to understand upadana karana of the Jagat is that which cannot disappear. Because the cause, when it turns into become effect, like in the case of mud and the pot, it is there in the pot. Mud has not disappeared. It is there. A mudness of the mud is present as it became a pot. But the seedness of the seed is not present in the sprout. And sproutness is not found in the leaf. Leafness is not found in the flower. Flowerness is not found in the fruit. But one thing that is all present in from the seed onwards up to the fruit is only one thing, or we can say two, which is called the satta and spurata. This is how Manasullasa brings the point. What is the upadana karana? By definition, upadana karana must be present in all the effects. It cannot disappear. If that is the case, what is found in all, whether it is a seed or a sprout or a branch or the leaf or the flower or the fruit, what is that which is commonly present, which does not disappear at all? So too, in this world, what is that which is present in all without any disappearance, without ever absent? It is satyata, existence, and spurata, manifestation or appearance. Therefore, jagataha upadana karanam satyata tata spurata. Existence and appearance both are the upadana karanam, material cause of this world, and not matter. It is not a substance. It is not a dravyam. It is not an inert thing. Tasmat satta spurata cha sarvatrapi anuvartate. This is how Ishwarananda explains. So, going by the common acceptance that the primary cause of the Jagat should be present in the effect, which is many, and the variety, without undergoing any change. What is that upadana karanam? Satta and spurata of Brahman. That's why the statement asti bhati priyam. These three, which are present in all things, are considered as upadana karana of Brahman. Or Ishwaraha, when he takes into the Brahman as he becomes as though as the creator of this universe with the power of Maya, he extends his astitvam, spuranatvam, anandatvam into the world. Therefore, the relationship between Brahman and Jagat is not cause and effect relationship, like the mud and the pot. Why? Because now, let us understand this. Mud and the pot, in this example, or gold and the ornaments. We can always say that mud is the cause of the pot. Gold is the cause of the ornaments. Because when we look at the ornament or a gold, let us look at a pot. When we see pot, we see the shape, the form of the pot. Unless we are asked what kind of a pot is that, then we say mud pot. Mud is not an adjective. Mud is the karana. But when we see the world is seen only as the varieties of names and forms, and we do not see the cause at all. Now, why it is not that Brahman is not the cause of the world? Brahman as Ishvara is not the cause of the world. Because the one never loses his oneness to become many. The partners is not found in the mud. Partners is possible in the mud. Isn't it? So Brahman, as he takes up the role of the Ishvara, it is not he has Jagat in himself. And here is where the important point we have to understand is, to be precise, Brahman with the power of Maya, assuming the role of Ishvara, does not create the world. Now, next step you have to understand. He never creates the world. Oh, because only when there is a creation, you can say cause and effect relationship. He never creates the world. That is why in Taittiriya Upanishad it is said, so kamayata bahusyam praja yeti satapo tapyata satapastaptva idagam sarvam asrjata ididam kincha saha akamayata. Saha Ishvaraha akamayata. There Saha also being Brahman only. Akamayata. He started to think. Akamayata, he intended. What is his intention? Bahusyam prajaya iti. Prachayeya iti. May I become many. And what did he do for that? When he had the intention, he here means the Brahman. Brahman is not man or woman. It has no gender. It is it. Brahman intended upon to become many. And when that intention came, sah tapo tapyata, sa tapaha atapyata. So he engaged in tapas. Brahman engaged in tapas. Here, tapas is not an action. This is first to be noted. Tapas is not action. Because when we know somebody is doing tapas, he's doing something. An austerity is following, is doing some action or not doing an action. Something is engaging in the form of an activity. But here, satapo tapyata, that tapas is not an action. Why? In Mundaka Upanishad it is said, Yas sarvajnaha sarvavit yasya jnanamayam tapaha tasmat etad brahma nama rupamannam sa jayate. Yasya jnanamayam tapaha. So, satapo tapyata means jnanena idam sarvam asrijata. Satapo tapyata satapas taptva jnatva jnanena idagam sarvam asrijata. By knowledge he created it. By thinking he created it. Oh, Swamiji, what are you saying? How can by thinking you create? Don't you create your dream? With what you create? What is upadana karana for your dream? What is the material cause of your dream? Who is creating? You, by your own mind, every day create your own dream with no external aid. I mean, Swamiji, I don't create, it happens. Whatever. You are the one, nobody else is there in dream. Meaning, nobody else other than you can participate in your dream. Right? So Jnanat Srishti, Jnana Srishti. So Satapotapyada Jnanena Sarvam Asrjata. Yadidam Kincha Idam Sarvam. Idam means this. Idam means this. This means what? Everything that exists. Everything that we come to see as the world that which exists, that is the presence of Ishvaraha. Therefore, Jagat appears as many, even though existence, the pure existence, is the very upadana karanam of this entire Jagat. Because we associate Nama and Rupa to that existence, it appears as many. This appearance as many, which bewilders us, Nama, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, and all this, name, form, color, taste, smell, all these appears, which are appealing to our senses and making us engage continuously in this world, this Jagat, this world, that manyness of this world, variety of this world, is the existence, Brahman appearing as many. Therefore, this appearance, which is not real creation, therefore there is no cause and effect relationship between Brahman and Jagat. This is referred as Bivarta. Vividam Vartate. The appearance of this Jagat is a handiwork of Maya, the Shakti of the Ishvaraha. Like what? Like a magician making a thing appear even though it is not there. That's why Bhagavan Shankaracharya in the second verse, he says, Maya viva vijrumbayat yapimahan yogi vayasvechaya. Maya viva swaichaya, out of his own free will, he manifests the Jagat like a magician or a great yogi. This is called Vivarta. What is Vivarta? Vivarto nama upadana vishamasattaka karyapattihi. Vishamasatta is like in Parinamavada, when a thing undergoes a change, like a seed undergoing the change to become a sprout, it is both the seed as well as the sprout, both are having the same level of reality. As I began with the statement, the world and Brahman, the many and the one, do not have the same level of reality. Whereas the case of the seed and the sprout both have same level of reality. It is called Samasatta, whereas Brahman and the Jagat do not have the Samasatta. They don't enjoy the same level of reality. Therefore, they are called Vishamasatta. That is called Vivartava. The clay and the pot, both of them have the Samasatta. The gold and this ornament, they have got Samasatta. Whereas Brahman and the Jagat, they do not have Samasatta, they Vishamasatta. The example can be, best example is the rope and the snake. I have to come to that. The reality of the rope and the reality of the snake do not have a cause and effect relationship. Because rope did not create the snake. It is not a rope, the snake is an effect of the rope. No. There is no cause and effect relationship here. Because snake is an appearance, it is an adhyasa on the rope. It is only an appearance. The appearance, see, in the same way, Brahman appearing as Jagat does not enjoy the same level of reality. Now the question is the snake caused by the rope? Is this snake caused by the rope? If you can say yes and no also. Yes, because you can say yes, but in a relative level. Yes, rope caused the snake. Why? Because if the rope was not there, you would not have seen snake. But at the same time, you have to say the rope did not cause the snake, because there is no relationship between the rope and the snake. Rope is untouched by the snake. Rope has not become the snake. Then what is the relationship? So it is the same relationship that rope and snake has, is the relationship between Brahman and the Jagat, the one and the many. Here, the rope is the adhisthana of the snake. It is the substratum of the snake. It is on which the snake is appearing. In the same way, Brahman is adhisthana for the Jagat that we come to see as a Nama Rupa Jagat, as the variety, as the many. It is the adhisthana. So long as we see the world, adhisthana of that world is Brahman. So long as we see the snake, the adhisthana of that is rope, which we do not know. If we know that rope is the adhisthana of the snake, we will not see the snake anymore. If we come to know Brahman as the adhisthana of the world, we will not see the world anymore. The many will disappear. Something to deeply think about between why the most religious texts talk about God as the creator and why Advaita does not accept that view. There is no creation. Because you experience, therefore it is, you can argue, I experience it, therefore it is there. If you experience snake and therefore it is there, if you say, it is as good as you, while experiencing the dream, which you think as it is so real, for me, the one who is not there in your dream and outside you, watching you dreaming, for me, what reality your dream has for me? You are lying down on the bed and you are crying for a thing that you are experiencing as the world in your dream. By me, the one who is watching you crying, lying down on the bed comfortably, what do I say to you? Hey, wake up. And you don't want to wake up because you are so engrossed in that dream. Samsara swapna tulyo hi ragadveshadi sankulah swakale satyavad bhati prabodhe sadi asad bhavayet. So when you are in the state of dream, you do not know that it is a dream. The moment if you know it is a dream, you stop it. You will have no interest in going through that. Or if at all you are doing it, you are enjoying it. Why? Because it's not real. So long as we see the variety, the many, the explanation that is given by Advaita is, if you are seeing the many, the adhisthana for that is Brahman. If you are seeing the snake, the adhisthana for that is rope. Moment you know the rope alone is, and what is projected by you as a snake is not at all there, it was not there, it is not there, it shall never be there, then Brahman alone is. This is this example of the shell appearing as the silver. This is taken up by Vidyaranya Maharaj, Vidyaranyaji in Panchadashi, in chapter 6. Shukto rupavat adhyastha vikshepa adhyasa evahi. And this only adhyasa. It is only a projection. And he goes on to explain, idam shascha satyatvam shuktikam rupya ikshyate. Swayam tvam vastuta chaivam vikshepe vikshate anyagam. See, when I'm walking on the beach and I see something very shining, and I say, this is a silver. This is silver. But actually what is there? This is only a shell. This is shell is the reality. This is silver is a projection. Clear? Now, interesting thing is, in this and is, idamscha, idam amsham and satyatvam belong to the shell. Silverness belongs to my projection. This is called Vishesha Amsha. Samanya Amsha is idam amsham and satyatvam. Vishesha Amsham is what? Rupyatvam. The silverness. So that means the silverness or the silver Vishesha Amsha has borrowed the Samanya Amsha of idam and satyatvam from the shell. It is borrowed it. It is not its own. And the idam and satyatvam never disappears. Even as I make the statement, this is silver, and later on I come to realize this is shell, what has disappeared is silverness replaced by shell. But this is always there. The Samanyamsha remains always, undergoing no change. Abhadita rupena tishtati. Visheshamshaha bhaditam. And then the Visheshamsha of silverness. But Samanya Amsham of that Astitvams, and then Satyatvam, that is Satyatvam idam, that is called. Here he puts it as Swayamtvam and Vastuta. Selfhood and appearance. Selfhood and appearance. Vastuta. So the shell borrowed its thisness and easiness from the shell. Silver has borrowed it. What remains is really that the Samanya Amsha remains always there, which belong to the shell. In the same way, in the manyness of this world, the easiness, Satyata and Spuranata belongs to Brahman. That is why he said, and then Priyatvam, which added to that is Asti Badi Priyam Brahma Rupam. And that never disappears. Even as the man of ignorance does not understand its nature and get caught up in the Nama Rupa Jagat, this world is real and experiencing all the things. Upon understanding and realization, he comes to realize that what I have taken to be granted as Nama and Rupa or my own projection only, he comes to also experience Purusha evedakam sarvam, Brahma evedakam sarvam. That's why in Advaita Makaranta, it's very beautifully said, Ahamasmi sadabhami kata chinnaham apriyaha brahmaivahamata siddham satchidananda lakshanam. Ahamasmi sadabhami kata chinna aham apriyaha bhavami. I am there, I am, and I know I am, and I know that I am in love with myself first. Kadachit na aham apriya. I never become hateful to myself. What is the nature of Brahman? Sada asmi, sada bhat, sada asti, sada bhati, sada priyarupena asti, anandarupena asti. Tasmat brahmaiva aham. It is siddham. Satchidananda lakshana. So at the Advaita standpoint of one alone is appearing as many. That is called vivarta. Upon realization, We need not reject or ignore the world. So aham asmi remains. Even upon realization of the absolute truth, aham asmi remains. And aham jiva rupena asmi is the problem right now. And when we come to realize the nama rupa jagat is false in appearance, aham asmi remains. Aham asmi, I am. So the one. So Advaita does not advise us to see the one in many. Advaita does not advise us to see the one in many, but see many as one. There's only one, and we are seeing it as many. So not that in the many I have to see the oneness. No. See the many as oneness. See the snake as rope, then the problem solved. See the pot as mud, the problem is solved. See the necklace as gold, problem is solved. Not that I have to see the gold inside the necklace. No, no need. Clear? That is Advaita. This great joy in understanding. Thank
Beautiful,
you.
Swami. Beautiful. Actually, there was even a physicist recently talked about saying that the world that we see is actually projected by people who are seeing it.
Correct.
You cannot ascribe it to the God. So that means there are as many worlds that we experience as each of us are having conversations or thinking about it. But you cannot say, this is the world that you have created and you are creating a problem for me. That's a source of major conflicts, I think. So I really love what you said. See many as one, but not one as many. So from that perspective, so you want to elaborate a little bit more, Swamiji?
No. What I say is the intent is sometimes it appears that Advaita tells us to see one Brahman in all of them, as though the all is real and the one is hidden in that. But the correct standpoint is the one is appearing as many. So see the one, not the many.
Yeah.
It's you. But the earlier thing was many is there. In that we have to see the one.
Yeah.
It's not true. Which is the one alone is there. It is appearing as many.
Yeah. So there is an interesting question. Mahesh ji asks, of course, you are not saying when there is a snake, don't mistake it for a rope, but he is asking the question saying, if the snake is not false, but if it bites, you die. If I don't eat, I die. And the pain I feel is lie. Pain I feel is real. So I cannot wish it away. How is that?
Yeah. Now in the example, example has got its own limitation.
Yes, exactly.
True, Brahman doesn't die because your body dies. That means you must understand. That's what the Arjuna was told, right? Avinashiti tadviti ena sarvamidam tadam vinasham avyayasyasya na kaschit kartum arhati. So even, true that at the transactional level, at the vyavaharika level, we must understand that if I have the body, it will have pain, it will have old age, it will have all that. No doubt about that. So I'm not saying go and catch hold of the snake. In fact, in Vivek Chodamani, Bhagavan Shankaracharya very clearly says in one place that considering the world as real and holding on to it is like, he's thinking like, considering the snake as a rope and holding on to it. He gives the opposite. If you consider the world as real and hold on to it, it is like holding on to the snake, considering it as a rope. It will definitely bite you.
Yes, exactly. That's a good point. Yeah. First, distinguish between this real snake and the real rope. Then everything else can be haved a much more meaningful way. There is another question by Subhash Yadav. He says, what is language? Bhasha. Is Bhasha a efficient or material cause of reality?
I do not really understand the question.
Yeah.
You mean the sound? Maybe he's referring to sound, or bhasha means, I think, language. Language comes only as we communication. For
As we
communication,
communicate, right,
bhasha.
right.
But if he is referring to sound, perhaps in a different philosophical standpoint, they may say Nada Brahma. The
Right.
sound is Brahman. The sound vibration is what is the creation, etc. That could be the context there.
Maybe Subhashji can write some more thing. What I thought was maybe he's saying, because through bhasha we create our imagination and we create our reality for all of it. Is that efficient or material cause? So we are creating, I can create anything I want.
Yeah.
So
I cannot comprehend that question correctly.
You cannot comprehend that. Okay, we'll wait for if he responds. And of course, how does the form differ with appearance, and what does level of reality mean? These were some earlier questions anonymously have been posed. Any thoughts you have? You want to say anything more about
what is that called?
How does form differ with appearance?
Form itself is an appearance only.
Yes.
See, if I take mud and I can make a plate, I can make a ladle, I can make a pot, I can make many things. So these are different appearances of the same thing. So each one has got different appearance, each one has got different names, and because of the form. So the variety that we see in this world, see, that's why in this example, in the discussion on this point, Sureshwaracharya writes in Manasollasa, the leaf doesn't look like a flower, flower doesn't look like a branch, branch doesn't look like a trunk, trunk doesn't look like a sprouts. Everything is having different forms, different appearances. So therefore he says, you cannot say the seed alone has become one, because each one of this, let us say flower creates a fruit, flowerness is gone in the fruit. And fruitness is not found in the flower. So how can the flower, which does not have any taste, or how can it create the fruit? So the relationship between the flower and the fruit is also questionable. So even between the flower and the fruit, there must be something else coming in. That is the Maya Shakti here.
Right.
The manifestation of Ishvara to make the flower as a fruit. You cannot say flower is the cause of the fruit, even though we try to say that. But flowerness is lost in the fruit. So how can there be cause and effect relationship in this?
By the way, Subhashji just says sound is what he is trying to ask.
Okay, so the Nada Brahman. So some theories would say that Nadam, or the sound vibrations, have created the world. So there is probably another set of philosophy which propagates that sound is Brahman, and by sound it is created. So that is possibly the reason.
So thank you, Swamiji. I think for today we have run out of time. Really appreciate, and I really enjoyed listening to your talk. What I felt was, I thought I know, but how much I didn't know, it became clear when you were talking to me. So it was like, you have such a beautiful way of making things simple and easy and penetrate much more deeply. I'm grateful for your
Thank you so much. We all are in the journey of learning. And as we learn, as you said, the more we learn, we know how much we don't know. In the whole world, that says, Vedo Nityam Adhyatam, continuously study, continuously listen to the right knowledge, right source, very important, right source of knowledge. That is very important. Because when we go to the latest model versions of so-called Vedanta, we get lost. So go to the source. Go to the source of Bhagavan Shankaracharya. Now, how much ever you take it from him, he gives more and more and more and more. An unbelievable depth he has got in his words. So we have to open up and see it. Thank you so much for the great opportunity to share the thoughts with you all. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji. And pranams. Thank you, audience. And we have a wonderful talk again for you this evening in India, and for us tomorrow morning in United States. We have a talk by Mr. Subramanian Chidambaram, and he will be speaking on Shankara and temple traditions of India. I'm sure you are in for another beautiful pravachan, and hope all of you sign up, and please inform your friends and relatives about these sessions. And I hope you truly enjoyed the session by Swami Ishwarananda as I did. And with that, pranams, and see you this evening or tomorrow morning, based on where you are. Namaste.